Hello, everybody. It's Bob Anderson, and today is September 5th, 2024. And I know it's been a little while since I did a video. I think I did one last week. Um, had a little distraction between last week and this week. I think it was 107,000 people in Texas A&M Stadium watching my Fighting Irish pound them to the ground. Yes, your boy was enjoying that one. Anyways, so here I am, back in, Carolinas, and I want to talk about trading. I still am being very cautious. I've said this multiple times throughout late July, August, September, early September. And that is that I'm focused on the 5 minute red line and the overnight open. And that's basically it. Because even the gold line trades, unless the market just came out of some kind of, news event crossover, big test of the gold line, 1 minute gold line, I just don't have confidence that I'm going to get in it and that I'm going to go to target. And I've learned through the years that if my expectations of the results are not at least 2 times what I'm risking to go into the trade, if my expectations aren't even that, then it's better that I just don't trade at all. Again, I go back to the premise that I'm hoping to be correct 50% of the time. So let's talk about that 50% thing. Tuesday, I didn't take any trades. Wednesday, which was yesterday, I took 2 trades, and true to form, I don't even remember the trades. I do not remember the trades. But what I do remember is the results. I lost like 120 bucks on the first one, and I made like 170 on the second one. So net of commissions and whatnot, I made like $40. Now, is that really a bad thing? I don't know. I mean, I've got all my PA accounts and they're still alive and that kind of stuff. So that's good. So it's not $40 on one account. It's $40 on quite a few accounts. So anyway, so then we came into today, and today there was tons of news. Not necessarily big time news per se, but just the fact that there is news when you're in a market that's not very liquid and whatnot. It's rather scary. You need to stay away from trades. Of course, I stay away from trades regardless of the markets being liquid or not when the news events happen. But there was news at 8:30. I think there was news at 8:15 even, but there was news at 8:30. There was news at 9:45. Of course, the market opens at 9:30. 9:45 is usually my time that I'm looking for trades, but we have news at 9:45 again, and then 15 minutes later we had news again at 10. So I really just kind of wanted to just sit back, whatnot. But I ended up seeing an overnight open trade in the RTY that I took, and I lost, oh God, like 150 bucks. And I was like, okay, I'm starting off with a loss again, and probably because I'm being too aggressive, getting into the market before it's really being, clear and clairvoyant what it's trying to do. And then I took a trade at, let me see here. Then I took a trade at 10:59 in the NQ. Absolute perfect. I'm going to talk about it because it's a red line trade, and I want to show you what I did in that red line trade. And I took that thing and hit it absolutely perfectly. You'll see. So anyways, so I'm going to show that trade. I might show the RTY trade if I can even find it again. Oh yeah, I'll show the RTY trade. I never should have taken it. I mean, it really wasn't the best setup. I was just so anxious. You know, haven't had enough good trades. Haven't had enough trades. So anyways, let me show you the charts for the NQ today and the RTY today. Show you my loss, show you my win. Oh, so here's the important part. Going back to what I said. If your intention when you go into the trade is not at least 2 to 1, then I have learned to just not take the trade. Because again, I'm intending on being correct in my trades 50% of the time. It's a nice realistic goal to go with. I think in the month of July, I ran at like 65%. So that's, pretty good considering I'm going into the mindset of being 50%. So, 65% is pretty good. Today I'm 50%. Yesterday I was 50%. But today, even though I was 50%, I walked away with $350. Yesterday, even though I was 50%, I walked away with $40. Bad situation. I got ticked out on a pullback. I was looking for a bigger target. But anyways, today, if again, got to have your wins bigger than your losers. And if you're going 1 for 1, good luck. All right, so let me show you the trades, and let me shut this down, and I'll show you the charts and the trade. Just a second. All right. Okay, first off, I just want to talk about the RTY. This was the RTY this morning, and it was somewhere in here that I lost my $150. Well, I shouldn't say somewhere in here. This is where it was. So at like 9:41, remember we had news at 9:45. We also had news at 10, right here. Okay, see the news reaction there. So it's between say here and here. I thought I would just be a fool and take a trade, I guess, because I saw this right here. I saw this push down to the overnight open that we had been missing until 5:27 in the morning. See that, by the way, look at the 5:27 reaction. We had a crossover. All this is the pattern I'm talking about, just so you'll understand. The best overnight opens, you either have the crossover retest. We've talked about that, where it crosses over and retests and then goes. Or you have the one where we cross over and it does all this, and then it comes down in tests and then runs back to this high, which is exactly what it did. So we had one of those at 5:30. So, multiple hours later, I'm sitting there going, okay, we're respecting the overnight open. Here we didn't get to it. Here we didn't get to it. Boom, boom, right there. And my entry was right here. We went up into the freaking one, came down, came up, came down, and then bam, I got popped out somewhere in here because I was squeezing my stop. And I ended up losing like $150. I don't remember the dollar amount exactly. But, as with every trade, hindsight is 20/20. If the damn thing had, with 1, 2, 3, 4 candles in a row into the overnight open, if it had rejected and gone straight back to here and I didn't take it, I'd be just as frustrated. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, off it went, blah, blah, blah. And then it just blows through it here, rolls up. I mean, there's just nothing in the RTY today. Blows through the 5-minute red line. I mean, and then it sits on the 5-minute red line as it rotates. See how it sits on it as it rotates up a couple times, back up into here, and then rolls through it, blah, blah, blah. And then back to the overnight open. The overnight open kicks it down. I mean, there's just, whatever. So let's talk about the trade I took and why I took it. The second one, the one that got me my money back. That was in the NQ. So that is right here. All right. So, and I want to show you the same. I want to show you on the overnight open what I just explained to you in the RTY with the overnight open. Okay. So we had, again, news at 9:45, which is right here. So we cross over the overnight open, go back, come up here, create new Donchian high, roll down. Look at that. I want you to see this. I want you to see this. Look at that. That's why I talk about the overnight open. I showed it to you in the RTY that at 5:27 this morning, it went from bing all the way back to the daily high. And, if you were trading at 5 o'clock in the morning or whatever, which, whatever. But if you were, you would have made hundreds of dollars. Makes for a beautiful swing trade. So let's talk about swing trades. How about this one? How about this one? We rotate down, touch the overnight open, candle closes, boom, you're in, and off it goes. Okay? So, similar scenario. All right? But anyways, let's talk about the trade I did take. So I'm sitting here and I'm watching us go to a daily high, and we're rotating back to the 5-minute red line. And I'm looking at the clock and it's 10:48, 10:49. So I'm thinking to myself, one thing I'm not happy about. So let's talk about this. Let me put these back on my darn screen. Hold on. Let me do this because it helps a lot of people see this. I don't trade with these things, but it does make people see more clearly what I'm talking about if I put these swings on the chart. So let me do that. See this swing right here that went from here to here? Well, when we came back down here, we broke that big swing. Okay, this is kind of a BS swing here. That one doesn't really, this is just consolidation garbage. These are like useless. But the swings you can see. See how it did this swing low right here off the overnight open? Then it created another swing right here, which is higher than here, which is why this is expected to be higher than this when it rotates up. The same concept on the way down. So what happened on the way down is I saw it coming. We had a sequence of candles from here to here to here to here where it's just going nice and smooth back to the 5-minute red line. And this was not so bad other than this little consolidation here on the pullback. I thought, okay, let me take a long off the NQ back, went on the candle close break. Okay. So this is what my trade was going to be to hopefully get me my $150 back plus, make a few bucks. Okay. So what happened? Well, the next candle came and we had a consolidation candle, which was inside this one. So now I'm like, okay, this might be good. This might be good. So then what's the next candle? Oh, shoot. It blows right through. Okay, well, that's not such a good thing, is it? Now, let me explain to you in my mind what's going on now when this candle breaks down and closes and it's not north of this line. What's immediately transgresses in my mind, and this is what you need to get in your mind too when you see breakdowns of one line of resistance, is you need to look for the second line of resistance. So what's the second line of resistance? Well, the second line of resistance is the overnight open. I mean, if you go through the 5-minute red line, then the overnight open is should be your next anticipated line of resistance. Okay, so it should be your magnet attracting price next. So, God, that's a long phrase of sentences there. But anyways, let me just show you what I was doing. So then I'm watching this roll back up, and I'm watching my Donchian channel migrate up. Remember, I don't have these dots there, but that's okay. I don't have the dots on my chart, but I'm watching the Donchian channel, which is my 60-minute measuring stick. Remember that. It's my 60-minute measuring stick to my left of what's going on. And I'm watching it, and all of a sudden it comes to here, which means now this candle right here is my new 60-minute low. Okay. That's my new 60-minute low, this candle right here. Not as important as you may think on what I'm talking about, but just follow me here, okay? So then I'm sitting here and I'm watching this and I'm like, okay, we got the 1 minute gold line coming down, the 5 minute red line starting to line up. What's going on next? Well, we're just sitting here consolidating. Oh, wait. Uh-oh. Now we're going back up into the 5 minute red line. Ooh. We went into the 5 minute red line. Okay. What's going to happen next? We're still in it. Okay, so this one pierced the 5 minute red line. See this candle right here? This one pierced the 5 minute red line. We are clearly, see the space here? We created, this is a new Donchian low right here, this candle. We clearly have some space here. We have the 9 EMA coming to help us, but we're not as concerned with the 9 EMA. It's nice that it's there to help. But we had a piercing of the 5 minute red line. Let me see if I can blow this up. We had a piercing of the 5 minute red line by a couple ticks in the NQ. So now I'm sitting there and I'm saying to myself, okay, this is the magnet. The overnight open is the new magnet. We went through the resistance point here. And so what becomes support now becomes resistance. Remember, I've said that before. What becomes support right here now becomes resistance. So the real question is, if I take a short here, is there enough room from here to here, assuming that this is going to be where we stop? Is there enough room from here to here to make this trade profitable? And the answer is yes, and you'll see here in a second, okay? But I mean, I just happen to know that because I trade the NQ enough to know how much spacing I need. Like if this was gold, that's just not enough. That's probably not enough. In oil, probably not enough. RTY, it might be enough, to get your 2-to-1 or whatever from here to here. Okay. Now, I don't trade the NQ with 2-to-1. I trade it more like 3 or 4-to-1. But anyways, here we go. So here, what do we got? Oh, okay. So we got the low of this candle right here is lower than the low of this candle. Okay. And then the low of this candle is lower than the low of this candle. I mean, it's higher than the low of this candle is lower than the low of this candle. So i.e. this candle's low is higher than this candle. This candle's low is higher than this candle. Even though these two are not touching the 5-minute red line, they are inside candles to this one that did. Okay, so they are your new break points. If I'm making sense, these are your new break points for your short. I know I took a short, by the way. There should be a few people that have watched me for a while that are really impressed with what I'm about to show you, because I hate taking shorts. And then boom, there I am. I'm in. Now, my markers are screwed up. I'm going to show you that here in a second. My markers are screwed up. Okay, but I'm in right here. Okay. And then bam, there I am. My marker shows here for some reason. And I'm going to show you that this is screwed up. My data is screwed up on my charts, because you'll see here, watch this. Because my target was right here, which is this candle, not this candle, even though it marks it on this candle. Hell, this price point didn't even exist in this candle. This price point right here didn't even exist in this candle. And you can see there's a little green dash here. That's my target. So from here to here was my target, $500, just like that. This candle here for my mental stability could have been more like this one, and I would have been happier. But anyways, this one came along and stopped me from having an anxiety attack. This one right here. And by the way, as this one crashed down and hit the overnight open, I mean, not the overnight, as this one right here crashed down and hit the daily low, I threw my stop in at break even. As soon as this one hit that daily low, I threw my stop in at break even. And then I knew Let me tell you something else, folks. I knew that the target needed to be the overnight open, but I was just impressed with myself in the ability to take the short, that I didn't even move my target. But I should have gotten more out of that. But anyways, that little move from there to there was $500 in the NQ. It was the crossover, retest, rejection, back to the overnight open. So anyways, that's the trade I took. Um, it's 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 just tough right now. This stuff will loosen up. These trade times will expand, and things will get better here soon. It's just right now. It's just not that time. Um, I presume by middle of September we'll be seeing patterns going ding 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 ding, and the same thing with and so be time to be making hay from about mid September all the way to mid November. Right now, it's I'm very selective. Like I said, I've taken 4 total trades this week. Didn't take a damn thing on Tuesday, and I've had 2 winners and 2 losers, and I think my total profits after commissions and whatnot for the whole 3 days is like 350, like $360 an account. Nothing to write home about. All right, well, that's about it. I'm going to let everybody go. You have a good day, and I'll keep you updated when I start using this 9 EMA again. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.